I do take cues a lot from some of those information bits and pieces, and I guess as it's evolved, I've got more comfortable with doing these things. As I started to build data, things got better, and when we launched, it was there were plenty of times where having that digital interface made things a lot simpler and protecting both the company and also the driver. It was actually a way that they could capture training records, which are things that authorities are always looking for. If you wanted to demonstrate, a regular housekeeping check for, if you get a visit from Workplace Health and Safety, trust me, it's they ask for all kinds of stuff. You want to demonstrate that your fire extinguishers are being checked, tested, and tagged throughout the organisation. That's the way to do it. But some of the other things that we added on, I guess, after we got familiar with the incident report, and we added things to the incident report. When they realised that they could also take a video of what was going on there, or not just take photos and send them to somebody, if they've had a vehicle accident, because that happens, not necessarily because the truck has done anything wrong, but with the members of the public, that simplifies it up immediately. Other than the fact that many of those vehicles also had, well, all of the vehicles had onboard cameras, front facing and cabin facing. It meant that it combined the evidence that the driver hadn't done something, drastic, and it also confirmed, some of those things where somebody has run straight into them or run a red light or done any of those sorts of things, and it's kind of something quite difficult. Never tragic, but insurance claims are huge. So when we send these things to insurers, that it's immediate, as it happens kind of thing. There are, confirmation of, I'd say, take a photo of the license, take a photo. It enabled the driver to take charge of those sorts of things and demonstrate that they actually, I was doing okay, and then this idiot pulled out in front of me, So it was those little things.
Yeah, so from the client's perspective, like it was initially like a compliance solution, but it also came back to kind of protect them in the case of potential like lawsuits, and also just in general for the driver's own kind of well-being and for his safety as well.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. But then I guess when the management teams realized that they could use that data to do more stuff as well, in terms of data analysis, in terms of managing routes and things like that so generally the driver managed those sorts of things, but for new drivers or new training and other things, they were able to capture that stuff. For induction, it was really useful. So most, in terms of fatigue management and chain of responsibility, it's not enough to just sign that you've read the procedure, and I've never been a fan of that. So what we were able to do is set up a quiz. So you go, so there's an icon for do your training quiz around that particular element of your induction or whatever training that we want to get them to do. Answer these questions. Click those choices, send it in, sign on the bottom. It was great.